More is the same than has changed. Good salespeople are good salespeople. You must bring actual value. You must deliver actual progress in every call that you do. Now, let me draw up a little bit about what I mean specifically by that point. The very, very, very amusing instinct for a lot of field salespeople is to use their early stage video orientated calls. This was pre-COVID, where their only true objective was to actually book a face-to-face meeting. In other words, they were building in a call where they weren't really bothered whether the client necessarily got anything from the interaction. What they were interested in achieving for themselves and for their audience was to then get in the room with a client, where they also believed it was perfectly acceptable to essentially say the same things again that they'd said on the virtual call. That's an incredibly common approach that people take to the old world of online and virtual selling. We must be relentless in driving that from our audiences and getting those audiences to understand that you must bring value on a video call. It's possible, it's achievable, it's normal, it's your skill, it's what you're getting paid to do, and that the way that you do it might have changed, but the same objectives need to be set for those interactions as you'd have if you were in the room with people. Our data shows us that your audience will thank you for that. The biggest frustration that buyers feel in B2B has remained the same. 71% of the sales reps that come to see them don't understand their company, don't understand their industry, and offer no value in their conversation, other than telling them some features about a product that they're not really interested in. That stat is still the same today. COVID-19 doesn't make buyers less demanding of us. In fact, buying groups look likely to get bigger, and the balance to take on a new client because of everybody's desire to stick with their status quo has actually increased. The burden on salespeople is absolutely 100% the same as it was before to add value in virtual calls. So what does that mean? And where does that reflect? And how do we see that stat? We are seeing three things from sales leaders across the world. One, they say, right, my salespeople are no longer traveling. I can therefore expect them to do more calls per day. Now that's an interesting idea, right? And it's kind of jumping into something which is logical. The problem with that is as you up the activity level, you start to remove the preparation time that occurs from salespeople's sales meetings. So we are seeing successful sales leaders telling their organization, slow down to speed up. Work harder on a virtual call to add value, work harder to understand, work harder to present something that adds value to the buyer's organization, to their lives. The second thing that we see is we are now seeing a perversiveness of call recording tools. Gong, Refract, or name another, I mean, there's plenty of them. You can do it on Zoom and so on and so forth. Sales leaders are, for the first time ever, genuinely able to record 80 to 90% of the interactions that are taking place in their sales force. But that in itself, in an introduction to a world of where salespeople are seeing a new environment in which to sell in, could in fact be a step too far for too little benefit back to you as an organization.